How do you see God? That's the question I want you to ponder for the next few moments. Once again, we're here to pause. How do you see God? It makes all the difference in the world. Some people see God through a microscope. He is to be studied so intently to be explained. You're trying to figure out why God does what He does. You can't do that. He cannot be understood by the human mind. On the other hand, some people like to view God through a telescope. He's so far away that all you can see are faint glimmers, little scars, looks like mounds or mountains, so far away, and the distance is too great. You know He's there, but He's not close to you. And still others, it may sound funny, view God through a horoscope. They let somebody else tell them who He is, and that definition is tainted and skewed. So how do you see God? I'll tell you again, that will make all the difference in the way you relate to Him or how He relates to you. You know, one of the problems we Christians have, we were taught wrong, and I don't know that we'll ever rectify this, but we were taught that we need, as Christians, to get to a place where God can use us. It's all about being used by God. If you're as old as I am, you remember the song they sang 40 million times years ago. Jesus, use me, and please don't refuse me. Surely there's a work that I can do. Well, it's not even biblical, my friend. God did not make you or save you to use you. He wants to be married to you. Jesus wants to be your husband. Now, God the Father is married to Israel. She is His unfaithful wife. The church is the bride of Christ. And He doesn't marry us to use us. Once again, silly illustration. I know I didn't get married so I could use my wife. She didn't marry me so she could use me to get things or get things done. We married because we were in love, and we married because we wanted to have a relationship. We wanted to go through good times and bad times together. We wanted to acquire things in life together. She wasn't my employee, nor was I hers. Please don't see God as an employer who wants to use you. You'll be like Peter. You know, I looked at this. Peter wrote, and this was after he had learned so much. He said, Christ has suffered for our sins, the just for the unjust, that He might bring us to God, and that we might relate to Him in the Spirit. Bring us to God. You see, before the resurrection, Peter was always about being useful to Jesus, fighting for Him, dying for Him. And when Peter failed the Lord in that aspect, he was devastated. He thought, how usable can I be? I've denied Him. And then when he did deny Him, Jesus sent a special word back and said, I'll meet you. I'll be with you. I'll commune with you. He wasn't after Peter's usefulness, and nor should you be seeking for God to use you. He wants to relate to you. And when you are married to one another, and when you love one another, what you do for Him is done out of pure love, not obligation. And when you fail Him, you will not be devastated because you failed Him. You'll be thankful that He's a forgiving partner. So there it is. Peter one time said to the Lord, depart from me, for I am a sinful man. I haven't done everything I'm supposed to do, so just leave me. I failed you miserably, so just leave me. Depart from me, I'm a sinful man. Let me close in this segment by saying, If Jesus departed from us because we were sinful, we'd never see him again. But Jesus has brought us to himself. Jesus is married to us, and it doesn't really matter. All he cares about is that we love him and trust him. And in that great love and appreciation for him, we serve him with gladness, not work for him out of obligation. Hey, be blessed. Think about it. I'll talk to you again.